D-Roy Cruz here, your life applications officer. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. How you like that for some Corona year? Corona month, Corona week, whatever. Yeah, we still believe. Anyway, keep your friends close, but your enemies, keep them closer. Let's see here. Don't forget, though, we learn the most we know from our worst experience. Your enemies will teach you who to trust and who not to trust. They force you to build character. They might even inspire you to help others through your experiences. You will never cease to make enemies, no matter how old you get. Talk to me. But if you learn how to deal with them, pay close attention, G-Man. If you learn how to deal with them, to forgive them, rather than let them chip away at you, you'll be ahead of the game. Woo! It took me years to understand the depth of this trite as ever quote. Don't forget, though, we learn the most we know from our worst enemies. Your enemies will teach you who to trust and who not to trust. They'll force you to build character. They might even inspire you to help others through your experiences. You will never cease to make enemies, no matter how old you get. But if you learn how to deal with them, to forgive them, rather than let them chip away at you, you'll be ahead of the game. And there's more. I didn't know there was more here. Hold up. There's more. Confident people don't seek to bring others down. That's what I've been trying to explain on the Dragnet Silvaz channel, or to the Dragnet Silvaz channel, should I say, for I don't know, over a year now. Confident people don't seek to bring others down because they're, oh my goodness, because they're too busy. They're too busy working on their own empires. Say that again. Confident people don't seek to bring others down because they're too busy working on their own empires. Knowledge plus confidence, whether gained through books or street smarts. Ooh, man, who is this guy? I gotta find out this guy's name or woman. Confident people don't seek to bring others down because they're too busy working on their own empires. Knowledge plus confidence, whether gained through books, listen, gained through books or street smarts, equals open-mindedness. I gotta say that one more time. Confident people don't seek to bring others down because they're too busy working what? On their own empires. Knowledge plus confidence, whether gained through books, hello, whether gained through books or street smarts, equals open-mindedness. May the Lord add a blessing to whoever this Nilesh Kafok. He's Indian. Lord help us, Jesus. Good quote, my man. Good quote. I don't know. I don't know. I hope this ain't Muslim, but that's good. That's a good quote. You know, but a lot of this, is in the Bible as well. So that's fine. A lot of that's in the Bible as well. So let me go back over here where I got the fan on and some sunlight. I had to open the window. I would go outside and sit on my porch. I would do that. I wanted to do that, but we got Mr. Cigarette Man out there pacing back and forth, driving me nuts, okay? Smoking away and leaving cigarette butts all over the place, all up in my video. I'm not having that. But this is Leroy Cruz, your life applications officer again. I did a video downtown, the last video I did addressing the Dragnot Stilvez channel. I did downtown Pittsburgh again, and I was very proud of that video that I did, because it is the truth. I'm getting ready to go on a Dragnot Stilvez YouTube channel diet. Where's my water? Let me go get my water. I'm getting ready to take a diet from Dragnot Stilvez, okay? That's what I'm getting ready to do. Getting ready to take a diet. I am not comfortable. Okay, maybe that'll help. Yeah. I can't see myself. That's better. I'm getting ready to take a diet from the Dragnot Stilvez YouTube channel. I got to take a diet. But, and, what I want to see, I want to take a diet because I want to do better videos. And as long as I'm concerned about whether Dragnot Stilvez is viewing my material and making comments about it, I'll never do better videos. I'll never, all my videos will be about him and something that he said that ticked me off. Every video that I do, I'm trying to talk about one thing, but I'm also addressing him in my videos. Even if I don't mention his name, I'm addressing him because something that he said ticked me off, and I know he's watching my videos, so I'm paranoid, and I'm worried about him watching my videos, so I'm going to say something. And people that don't know Drag and don't go to his channel or looking at my channel like, who is this Dragnot Stilvez? Like, who's he talking about? Who's the other guy? Is there somebody else in the video with him? Is this a drama? Is this videos about drama with somebody else, or what's going on? But see, I don't want that to be the case. I don't want people who view my channel to look at it as drama. And that's why I got to get away from this. I got to cut myself off of that fear. I wish I could plug that in somewhere, man. I really do. Probably could have unplugged my TV and plugged it over there. I don't know why I need light over here. I don't understand why I need light over here. Hold on. Do not get this. Why do I need light over here with the window open? That's the difference between a camera and a computer. That ain't helping either. Ooh, what I could do. Ooh, I know what I could do. I know what I could do. Let's see if that helps. Nope, not really. I don't know why. Like, if I'm back here, it's dark. I don't think it's dark to you. I think it's just dark to me. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to the Drag Not Silvaz channel and his fans. I just want to say thank you, because as you just heard me read online there from this Indian dude, with that term, keep your friends close and your enemies closer, what that means. I've achieved something by all this crap that I've been going through with Dragonaut Silvaz, making these crappy videos and taking videos down and putting them back up, and listening to him rant on about my videos, and then I get caught up with myself, and I'm like, hold up, there was nothing wrong with that video at all, and I go back and I unlock that video and put that video back up. I want the public to see that video, because I think I did good on that video. But again, also the videos that were not well done, so to speak. They weren't well cooked. I didn't really cook them to completion before I spit them out there. Videos that were undone, they were left kind of raw. They weren't completely done. What I should have did was took all my thoughts and, set up a way that I wanted to do those videos. Sunlight is not mixing with the house light. I don't know if that's... I think it's just from what I'm saying. It's not what you're saying. But, anyway, want to say thank you because I have learned something from our boxing back and forth, I've learned what a punch feels like, so to speak, figure of speech. I know y'all don't, everything just goes over your head. You never understand what I'm saying because I talk in enigmas and parables and phrases, and, because I'm a church boy, that's where I come from, and y'all don't get it sometimes. But us boxing back and forth, okay? I have learned how to take a punch. I've learned how to block. I've learned how to duck. I've learned how to be quicker. I've learned how to wait before I know that I can't just come at you with regular punches like I do some other people that I've beaten the ring, so to speak. Other people that I've beaten the ring, and I have. I just can't come at you like that because you are a decorated atheist and you have, like Conor McGregor, you have a reason to win this fight. You have a reason to make sure at any cost that you win. And you have trained for your fight. And you're training hard because you want to be the best contender in the world. In the, what's it called? The FCB. Fantasy Cyber Beef. FCB. You want to be, the tough guy. You want to be the Conor McGregor of the FCB, Fantasy Cyber Beef. That's your thing. I don't know what you're going to do when you actually go out and get a you got to work and come home and, I don't know what you're going to do when you start working 40 hours a week. I don't know what you're going to do. But I know you ain't going to be doing this. Okay? I know you ain't going to be doing this. I know that. But, just want to say thank you. Because I did not know that the word jailbait had anything to do with teenage girls. I did not know that. And I blame my friends. I blame the cops. I blame a lot of people. Because my own friends, Christians in church, I've used that word jailbait. I've used that word a lot of times. I use it at work. Lord, forgive me. Not out and loud with people, but when I'm having a conversation with my friend. I called you jailbait one time to a guy I was talking to at work, to my Jehovah's Witness buddy. I called you jailbait, and he's very, 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 well, maybe he's like me. He ain't been around a lot of slang, And I didn't know that was slang. I thought that was, well, I knew it was slang, but I thought it was slang. This is what I thought it was. I thought it was a term meaning anybody that does stuff that will put them in prison. I used to talk to my daughter who was being abused by her boyfriend, who's now in jail. Thank God. And I hope he's in there a while. Because that's where he belongs. Because he does not handle himself on the street. I used to call him jailbait 10 times a day. Every time they mentioned his name, jailbait came out of my mouth. And nobody was looking around and acting confused about it. Like, what do you mean by jailbait? They just ran with it like, we know you're talking about him. My friends, family, church members, you name it. I've never, ever been corrected by any of them about what that word means. Not even showing a bit of confusion. And they know there ain't no young teenage girl around that I'm, you know what I'm saying? But I guess you know what I think? I don't think they knew the term or the word. They figured jail. So you're talking about people that go to jail. I think their guess was just as good as mine because, unless you've been called jailbait, you never worry about what it is. You don't feel you need to look it up. But as soon as I watched that video, and this is the funny thing because I was downtown and I did that video and I told you in that video, so long, forever, goodbye. But then I went home and did exactly what I told myself I wouldn't do. I went to your channel, and maybe it was the Lord that wanted me to go to your channel because I went there and I did not know. And thank God, that looking at that video, I decided to look up the word jailbait and see what it actually means. Because I've used it so many times over the last few years that people are used to me using it, and I'm used to people's response to when I use it as zero. Like, there is zero response. Like, they don't act out anything when I use it. They just nod their head. Like, so that tells me that if either they thought it was the same thing that I thought it was, or that tells me that they thought it was the same thing I thought it was. Or they don't know at all what it is. They just know it got something to do with jail. And I'm talking about people that are rude and ignorant and violent. Whenever I talk about violent people, whenever I talk about, anybody that, should be put in jail, I say jailbait. That's the term I use. So that tells me that I'm not the only one that uses it that way, but now you got me thinking of another video. I might do a video on jailbait now. You know what I mean? I might start picking on young teenage girls and do a video about them, because I know some young girls who like to play. They're gullible and they like to play. So but I've learned also other things from you, Mr. Drag. And I had to ask myself, why did I say that, or why did I say that way? And when I say that, I'm not talking about no homosexuals or no feminists or no black folks, or I'm not talking about what I talk about. I'm talking about things that I try to talk about that I'm just hearing from other people. So I'm like trying to recall while I'm speaking. I'm trying to recall what the conversation was. Like anything that I say about science, because I really don't give a rat's behind about any other science other than the water in this glass. As long as it's fresh, I don't care. But people tell me things. This coronavirus, people tell me things. Everybody's got a different opinion. People tell me things about, why we have pollution and why we have the flu and why we have climate change and blah, 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 blah. And I can listen to somebody say something in very sophisticated big words, and I can read between the lines. But even though I understood the point that they're getting at, that doesn't mean that I can go and explain that on video. So yes, I think my videos would be a lot shorter if I would just speak what's been on my mind and not let my mind wander off of what originally started the video. One of the reasons why my videos are 45 minutes long all the time is because I'm always thinking that I have to clarify something that's already clear, and then the next thing you know, I done messed it up by adding something in there that didn't need to go in there, and then, when I replay the video, it's like, I didn't need to say that, you know what I mean, and I gotta admit, a lot of videos I took down because I realized later that I said something that I didn't mean to say. Well, I meant to say it, but I didn't mean to say it that way. Like in my video that I did with a friend of mine, I said something about black folks and having white friends, and I did not mean to say it that way. The way I said it, I didn't mean to say it that way. But I wanted to give him his chance to talk. So I said something, and I should have cleaned it up as I said it. I understand that. You got me there. That's a video that you didn't even watch, but I did take it down. And I had to apologize to my friend. He did correct me about it. But he corrected me about it the day we did the video, but he didn't mind recording it because it was the only video that he's going to get a chance to do with me. So he didn't mind recording it. But it's been great. Just like right now, I done forgot half the stuff I wanted to say that prompted me to do this video. But I'm going to take 6 months at least. I'm going to try and come and check you out in 6 months. Why? Because I'm going to take a break, a diet from you, from Mr. Drag, because I am a Christian, and the language that you use, the acronyms that you use, the idioms that you use, the style of the style, your style of how you know, how you address other people's videos, how you view other people's videos. I also realized that you seem to leave out the fact that I'm a Christian because you want me not to feel that I am a Christian. You want me to believe that I am not holier than thou. Well, I'm not holier than thou on a humble level. But I am a Christian. I am authorized to say what is right and wrong. And I am very patriotic about my country, which was not founded on atheist principles. It was not found on humanist principles. It was found on Christian principles. It might not have been a Christian nation ever, but it was founded on Christian principles. All the people, I think going all the way back to Columbus, if he really did discover America to begin with, now they're saying that Christopher Columbus didn't really discover America. Okay, whoever discovered America, however it happened, he was also contemplating Christianity as his found faith. Okay, so we can argue all day long about, your human rights and, our right to be silent, Christians' right to be silent. It's not going to happen because it's us opening our mouth that is going to fulfill the prophecies. If we shut our mouths, we take the prophecies longer to be fulfilled. But if we keep running our mouths and saying what's wrong and what's right, especially after this coronavirus thing is over, we will just, if we keep running our mouths, we will cause the prophecy to be fulfilled. If we shut up, then we can just be considered like any secular person, any worldly person. But people need to be saved. And the Bible says that how shall they hear without a preacher, and how shall they hear lest one be sent? So we have to share the gospel. We have to talk about sin. We have to talk about Jesus. We have to point our finger at those that are sinning and say, repent, get right with God. So, you hear that? So in this diet, I think that's my next door neighbor. I hope everything's all right over there. My goodness, he made this whole camera shake, whatever he's doing over there. Goodness gracious. Whatever happens, I done lost my train of thought with that big thing over there. All right, let me go back. In this diet that I'm going to do, I'm going to go on a diet for 6 months. And I'm going to go back and look at your videos in 6 months. Why? Because I want to see, because I'm going to do better videos. I want to see if you are going to do better videos. Yeah, you're right. I need to do better videos. But in 6 months, I'm going to come visit you on your channel. I want to see if you're still doing your cyber fantasy beef with me or maybe with somebody else. Because This is the whole point right here of being saved and getting to know the Lord. Everybody needs to wake up one day and realize that they're a sinner, that they need to be saved. If you think that you can blame me for the stuff that you say on your channel, if you think that you can blame G-Man or any of your other favorites that make up your channel, that keep the money rolling and the fans coming and the live, the live shows moving. If you think that you can blame us and say, oh, it's because of the stupid stuff that we say. No. No. You still fumbled the ball. You still failed. You still messed up. You still screwed up. If you think that it's okay and it's a good thing, it's not. It's not. It's not. The whole thing, the videos, the snagging the videos, the putting yourself in there and acting like you have this perfect life. And you have this perfect life because of what? Is your life perfect because you are a combat medic? Is your life perfect because you're studying biochemistry? No, it's not. Your life is only what it is because God has chosen to have mercy on you. And He's chosen to bless you even despite your sin. He has chosen to be a blessing to you for now. It ain't going to be forever, but for now. Okay? For now. But, your life doesn't have meaning because you are way up there, up in, at the top of your class in science. And you know how to say and talk about anything involving science or biochemistry. Your life doesn't begin or end because you're a biochemist, and it doesn't stay perfect because you're a biochemist or a combat medic. Okay, it just not. Those are not things that make life perfect. Okay, having a great marriage without Jesus, I can't clap for you because I don't see that as a great marriage. And I think you're going to find out, I'll put it this way, you're going to find out in the upcoming years that there's things that should have been said a long time ago, and now you're hurting because people weren't honest with you. Because they were too way up in Hollywood, in Hollyweird. They were too busy up, Celebrityville. They weren't telling you the truth. Okay? And what you're doing is such a great thing. And how you address people and talk about people and talk about yourself when you talk about people and make whatever's good about them, make it about you. And how you make whatever's wrong with them, you make you look good. Okay? My friend, you will not forever get away with that. One of these days it's going to turn around and it's going to open your eyes. You're going to see the truth. Okay? Because it's just like, let me find an example. It's just like if somebody gives me a gun, okay, that was in a garbage can. Someone give me a loaded gun that was in a garbage can. I can take that gun out and I can clean it and I can take it apart and shine it up, and that gun can be my best friend. Okay? That gun will be, but it doesn't have to be my best friend if I'm not in a whole lot of danger. But it is my best friend in a way, not as much as my Bible, but it is my best friend because it's always there. Like my Bible, I own it now. It's always there. Okay, and if something goes down, I have my little friend that'll take care of my problem for me. Okay? So, you can talk trash about the man that left the gun in the trash. You can talk trash about the gun and how somebody shouldn't have collected it and cleaned it and ew, you got that gun out of the trash, but it is a gun. That's the same way I see my videos and people viewing my videos and having their own little nasty form of comments to say about it. It's still a gun. If I don't clean it up, you can clean it up. And make sense of it. Take it with a grain of salt. Throw some salt on it and clean it. Make sense of it. Because it's the truth. I only do these videos because I love Jesus. If it was about me, as you put it, just spitting out, me and my hatred for other people because nobody loves me, or I'm all alone, or I don't have anything, I would just be content hiding my face and hiding my voice. Nobody needs to see me. Nobody needs to hear me. If I'm so lonely and so unloved and such a piece and such an idiot, I don't need to put that on camera. I'm smart enough to know how to stay off the camera. I didn't get into this until 2013. My friends and my wife used to do a lot of social media and stuff. I didn't get into the stuff until 2013. Okay? Because people were like, you should learn how to do a video. You should do a video and talk about that. You should, and then when I would talk about the atheists and the videos that I was watching and the comments that I was putting down and the way they were being treated and so forth and all like that, people would just get quiet. And I did my videos because I didn't want my comments to be like those that subscribe to my channel. Where you make a novel. It take you a whole day to make a comment. Okay? I'm looking at your comment. You still doing it. You still doing it. I thought you was done. It's an edit comment. It took you a day or two to do that comment. That's horrible, man. That's horrible. And so I tell everybody to come to my channel and they leave these big comments. I say, you know what, man? Do what I did. Get your own channel. It's free. Get your own channel and you can say what you want. Then you can go to my channel and if you don't like something I said, you can make a video about it. And so, you know. But you weren't one of the people that was coming to my channel. I wasn't addressing you. And when I was addressing G-Man, I was addressing people that attack Christians. It was not a personal thing against you. I'm going to say it for the last time. It was nothing personal against you. But just like I talk about atheists, you don't seem to get it in your head. And I don't really care about where you're different. Because if you came to me, just like I came to you in your little wrestling with G-Man, okay? You came to me addressing atheism, just like everybody else. That's the number one thing I address. I need to address some other things too, and I will. And I have, but I will do more. I promise. I promise you I will. But the thing is, you're using your channel and the best of your channel. I mean, you do other things too. But the best of it is the fantasy cyber beef. It really is. You pick somebody and then you create beef with them. I've had skinheads do the same thing. I've had skinheads do the same thing till they almost got arrested. You know, just pick me because I'm one of them kind of black guys. And this is why I'm hard on black people, because I'm one of them kind of black guys that ain't standing there with his pants sagging, okay, and, you know, dressing like I'm looking for trouble. I'm one of them kind of black guys. Not trying to get off the subject, but they're going to come after little me. I had to shut that down, let them know that the white man showed me how to pick up the phone and call 911. You going to let a black man call the cops on a white man? And the white cop got there and realized he knew exactly who that guy was. He knew exactly his name, his last name, his ex-wife's name. He knew everything about the guy. And he didn't like it. He disliked the guy more than the guy disliked me. The white cop. Not to get off the subject like I normally do, but again, I'm going to do, in closing, I'm going to do a break from Dragnot Silvaz, and I'm hoping that when I come back to his channel in 6 months, I'm going to try my best not to watch any Dragnot Silvaz's videos of me or anybody else for 6 months. And I'm hoping that just like I've changed, because I've learned from you some things, I hope that when I come back to your channel, you've changed too, because you do need to change. You do need to change. Ask your wife. Ask Dillahunty, because he doesn't do it. Ask, you know, some of the people that are your superiors. Ask them, do you need to chill out with this fantasy beef that you're doing in cyberspace? Ask them. They'll tell you, oh, I wouldn't do that, Drag. That, you know, that's you, but that ain't me. But again, I'm going to come back and visit you in 6 months, and I hope and pray to God that you've changed. Just like I'm going to change. I'm going to do better videos. I'm going to start making sure I look up words before I say them. You know, before I get one of them tangles where I don't know what to say, so I just pick up a word and throw it in there like I did with jailbait. I'm hoping that you also will do your videos talking about what I'm talking about instead of talking about me. See what I'm saying? There's a fine line between talking about what I'm talking about instead of coming after me. You know, like, okay, black people who got a problem with black people. That's a video right there. Okay? You know, people who want to be judgmental or whatever to homosexuals. That's another video. Okay? People who say things and they don't use science, or they say the wrong things about science. That's another video. See? And you'll have just as many fans, you'll make just as much money talking about those issues. I'm just giving you some advice because, you know, you're the only person that I spent this much time with. You throw Dillahunty and all that in there like you're trying to defend them, but I don't talk about Dillahunty as much. I don't talk about none of the others as much. I talked about you because, again, fantasy, beef, cyberspace, taking it too far. But I will see you in 6 months. No more. No less than 6 months, I promise. God bless you, D. Recruit, your Life Applications Officer.